from a space that's safe for everyone when they're talking about some of their ideas or their thoughts or their experiences, and being able to say it in a psychologically safe way. So why might psychological safety be important? When team members feel empowered to share their perspectives, they can more fully leverage their knowledge and talent. So when folks feel safe, when they don't feel activated, they're able to share their thoughts and ideas in a way that, again, is safe for themselves and safe for the people around them. Because sometimes when people get activated, it's easy to kind of like share stuff that we might not be ready to share, or share it with people who we might not be ready to share it with. And so that's something to consider as well, that I'll go into more in strategic sharing. And also, like, for other folks too, sometimes we are in spaces where like folks have already made their decision on how they view lived experience, or lived experience have already made their decision on how they view professionals that don't have lived experience. And sometimes it's hard to like meet in the middle and feel like we're in a safe space when you've kind of already made a decision to shut either side down. And so that's like one way of just like considering like how we can create a psychologically safe space for all of us. Because even in the lived experience space, sometimes, not sometimes, I think all the time, like everybody has their own very unique experience, whether that's as a parent or as a youth, as both. Some folks have experienced the system on both ends as well. And so showing up in a way that's safe, for, again, ourselves and for other folks. It's also important because when folks do feel psychologically safe, is that they're more likely to take initiative, and consider the full picture of each situation, which can lead to more innovative and effective solutions. But here, the most important thing is to just be in a safe space. This is heavy and hard work that we do in this project, in the child welfare system in general, the hard work that we might be doing on our healing journey as we're healing from the system that has impacted us and our families in so many ways. And so this is really hard work. And so we just want to make sure that, that we're, navigating these spaces in psychologically psychologically safe ways. Next slide, please. Here, there's an example of psychological danger and psychological safety. When somebody feels like they're in psychological danger in any kind of space, it usually looks like fear of admitting mistakes, or fear of, sharing their own experience. They may show up in ways where they might blame others. And again, this can happen by us. This could happen by professionals without lived experience. This is just how it might look like for folks to be feel safe in the spaces that they're showing up in, to work together collaboratively and really partner in the work that we're trying to get done. When folks do feel psychologically safe, there's comfort in admitting mistakes, or comfort in being able to share something that may not resonate with everyone, but it's something that's their experience, and they're able to share that and honor their own experience while also being able to honor another person's experience as well, whether that's lived experience or professional experience. Being able to have comfort in one's own self and in others. We can learn from failure, or which here it looks, it's different. It's not like learning from failure, but being able to learn from like, okay, this may be an experience that I have that may not resonate with other people, or this may be unique to myself. Doesn't make it valid. It just might show up differently in the work that we're doing. Everyone's able to openly share ideas, share different ideas, different viewpoints, and not have it be shut down. We're all going to have great ideas. I know I've shared ideas sometimes in spaces and I'm like, that was a silly idea, or maybe it wasn't an idea, but it was just an idea that I can, show up and then not feel embarrassed, so that I'm not like speaking up again after that. But being able to share our experiences, our ideas, and knowing that sometimes they may not be taken into action, but that we're going to be able to receive them well. And then that leads to better innovation and decision making, and being able to, again, just work together in a space that feels good, that feels like we're able to really just like partner with each other in the most psychologically safe way. So we're going to go into our next discussion, And I will have to have it, I will have to time it. So I don't want to cut anybody off, but after the 10-minute mark, we're going to have folks put stuff in the chat, and continue the conversation, in this community. But I do want to see how folks feel about psychological safety and what strategies can we implement to foster a supportive and inclusive environment within this affinity group. So not thinking about outside the project, but just in
recording in progress.
There will be a couple more meetings after this. So it'll be at least 3 with just specifically this affinity group. So after hearing kind of just like about psychological safety, what are strategies that can be implemented to foster a supportive and inclusive environment within the affinity group?
Okay. Are we supposed to say them right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, feel free to say them out loud.
I wanted to share, I don't know, I wrote something in the chat I just wanted to say it. I guess this is recording. It seems a consensus that all of us did not experience psychological safety in any of the regions